But hello, it's Wuthering Waves. There's also a new character to show off who looks really cool. I'm not pulling for her, but she is very nice looking. That's her right there. Oh. And she has an umbrella, which I love. Okay, this is her. Okay, so she's got a bar. She fills up the bar. She spends the bar to go into an enhanced status, and then she uses basic attacks to generate those glowy things. And then she gets an enhanced resonance skill. Okay, so she's got...
Who will sink into the depths with me?
Okay, damn lady, you gotta get some support, ma'am. You're gonna have a nip slip one of these days. I like her dress though. Blue and purple are very much my colors. Ooh, very elegant. Whoa, she does like a mid-air kick. I like it. Alright, then her skill seems to swipe forward. I'm not exactly sure what that does. Here, why don't we just do the actual trial? Maybe it'll make more sense.
Surge of deep tides.
Oh. Okay, now she just swims around.
Pull from the abyss. Hey. Surge of deep tides. Who will sink into the depths with me? Hey. Engulfed by sea's venom. Surge of deep tides. Feel the tide pull.
Okay. I like her voice. It's very ethereal. Very soft, though.
That tickles.
And she heals, too,
Try
I
not
think.
to blink.
Oh yeah, there's other characters, too.
Mamma mia, avanti, figurati.
Okay, I want to do that again. I wish I could just keep practicing. Actually, Camellia has her own trial that we can do, so there's no need to use her right now. Okay, so where am I going for the story? Oh, this has got to be it. Truth's answers and choices lie at the heart of the inverted tower. And if you look at the rewards, Arrow Rover. Because in addition to the new character, we got a new elemental form for the main character.
You there, Abster?
What's up?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Oh yeah, my little echo boy is dying or something. We gotta save him because he's so cute.
Nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky? Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in. Are you sure you could fly that far?
So wait, is my character getting fully voiced?
Hey, come on. It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Egla Town would be a perfect launch pad.
Nice, I like that. I think, at least for the male Rover, I think his voice actor's been doing a good job. I'm not sure about female Rover because I don't play as her. Oh, and this is a new character. I think I saw her in one of the trailers.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
She's an elf. Okay, I dig the horns and the little, like, vines surrounding them. Very cute. Let's see, I'm gonna say nostalgia.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Ciaconna, a wandering
Ciaconna.
bard. I'm glad to have met you.
A bard. Where's her instrument? I guess she was playing in the grass. She's a grass-type bard Pokemon.
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration that just can't be ignored. So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartethyia. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartethyia since. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time, to see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartethyia? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count.
Damn, that happened like months ago. I wouldn't even be able to remember. That's kind of a cool ability.
Let's see here. Tweak a few notes here. Some emotions there. Textures. That should do it.
Oh, there's her instrument. Let's hear it.
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Oh, flashback. Okay, so we're playing back the memory of our meeting with that mysterious chick. There she is.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate.
Both their tacit marks are glowing.
Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
So wait, is he actually communicating with her?
What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
A question I've yet to answer myself.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, and Primus Fenrico claims you are the resonator for Leviathan, the Threnodian.
So she's actually evil.
I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
It's a whole thing. We gotta save our little Echo friend.
You rang? Whoa! Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
Right now, are we kind of like apparitions?
Yeah, sorta, kinda.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Is it some kind of echo?
You can sense Abby.
Yes. I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. Though there is little that remains of my resonance powers. I feel its frequency weakening. I understand why you're eager to find the Sentinel. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Did something come to mind?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals.
Okay, so she's up there too.
I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind them. Could it be the Sentinel?
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
Uh-oh. She's a baddie.
The scent of a Threnodian? You can perceive the Threnodian.
How sure are you, Abby?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I'd never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Threnodian powers before in Jinzhou. So, it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first. Given your current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Threnodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator. That could be the reason behind losing all your power, too.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well. After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not?
Okay, so if the Threnodian's name is Leviathan, I'm sensing she could definitely be Leviathan themed.
Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers.
Yeah, you wish.
In that case, it appears we share the same goal of finding the Sentinel.
You're willing to trust Abby?
Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. And I want to speak with you in person. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land, though its outer perimeter is surrounded by a barrier. I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Just break it open, duh.
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
I know who she's talking about. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
I wonder if she can feel it when the mark is
It
glowing.
would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise.
Sure will.
No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
And flashbang.
Rover? Rover? Oh, thank goodness. You're finally awake. How are you feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach? Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm?
We tell her what happened. Oh.
Wow. So my forte created a special connection that led to some unexpected developments. The girl, is she friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal, and who is that mysterious wandering figure? I have a feeling this is going to be a very exciting song.
Kitty.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Fisalia estate for a discussion.
Of course, they would have a crusty old butler man.
The Fisalia family. The one that's likely worshipping the Thrnodian.
Maybe it's all a big misunderstanding, right? Why does he have that voice? Because he's a crusty old butler.
Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
Little does he know, she's the person we actually want to see.
I will convey your message to Lady.
Didn't expect the head of the Fisalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Tell me about these rumors.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, hmm? She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Fisalia family.
That sounds kind of sus. Wouldn't the head have some, like, public functions and stuff? Around the town?
I've heard quite a few rumors. Which one would you like to hear first? I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
They all sound like clickbait titles to me.
Well, long story short, the Fisalia family was one of the first to
I must have
set foot in
accidentally pushed
Xylens and establish order in Renacita. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over.
Oh, yikes.
Stories about the current head of the Fisalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Sounds like a dangerous person.
In any case, the Fisalia family aside, she's someone you definitely want to handle with care. If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Fisalia reminds me of how Cartethyia spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier. I can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person.
Okay. Head to Porto Veno Castle as agreed.
Hello. I received Ciaconna's memo. To think the head of the Fisalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Fisalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cartethyia mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Okay.
Got it.
It's a giant fishbowl.
One moment, please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
The cleavage shot. Oh.
Cantarella Fisalia, 36th matriarch of the Fisalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Just Euros will do.
Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Okay, now we get to take a little look around. Hang on, there's a way to turn off UI, right? There's like a keybind for it. Oh, left button plus select, I see. So I'm curious if she's going to deny the involvement to the Fisalias with all the previous stuff that happened. Because when we first got here, it didn't seem to be the good guys, that's for sure. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's RP walking. I can do that too. Maybe I should play this as Rover for the immersion factor. There we go.
Won't you have a seat?
Oh, what if the seat is poisoned? Or there's a whoopee cushion?
I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto.
Yep. They definitely turned up the fan service a bit with her. But one thing I do like about Kuro is that they don't just make big boob characters. There's a variety. Like Camellia, for example, is much more petite. So everybody's represented.
Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
Oh no, what if the tea's poisoned?
This tea, is it from Jinjo?
Oh, and fucking cupcakes, yes. Sign me up.
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Fisalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna?
Very divided, I would say. Oh, peaceful in a way that feels wrong.
So you've noticed something is amiss. As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within.
Oh.
Though the previous 2 attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Are you implying the Order worships the Threnodian? You're one to talk, given how strange your family's been acting. But, I mean, the Order has seemed kind of sus in the story as well, so I'm not ruling them out.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come, the truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
So basically what she's saying is that the Fisalia member who tried to have us killed in the first part of the story was under the control of the Threnodian, I guess?
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Fisalius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are violacas. They produce a unique fragrance, wouldn't you say? Violacas are a vital ingredient for our elixirs. It even has a soothing effect on its own.
I like these more.
This is it.
I've always liked blue flowers. Purple's good too, though.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
I didn't sign any kind of NDA. Bye. Okay, not really. They have the Master Sword? Crazy. Okay, not quite. Master Sword plus. Oh. We're having some kind of reaction to the statue.
Just as I expected. The Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
I knew it was a unicorn, or I guess alicorn?
A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian.
Okay. Hang on, I gotta close the door.
Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure.
So the Sentinel itself is being corrupted by the mind powers of the Threnodian, just like the people are.
I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
That's much easier said than done. So Jue we saved during the story, but I think they're weakened and recuperating. I don't think they're in a position to do that kind of thing.
In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make.
Oh, here we go. Jue is still in the middle of a recovery.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita.
Oh, she's inviting me over.
I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described. Only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describe to Cantarella what was portrayed on the stained glass. I wish I could, like, do all the story back to back so I can remember it better.
The maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
It's not how Jue found their resonator, but I guess every resonator could be different, or every Sentinel could be different.
That That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be.
It's a sexy looking sword.
Blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Link. The blood moon rises once out. Wrong game.
Then, what about Cartethyia?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form.
Okay. A lot of variables here. We don't know the truth.
But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
Oh? You're saying the real maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Fisalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky.
She knows about it too.
I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere.
Oh, so to get in there, we need to get the sword.
When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cartethia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Can I get a closer look at the sword?
By all means.
Come on, pull it out. Oh? Cool.
Rover, who are you really?
Jue calls me the Arbiter.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Long story, but apparently my character made them all.
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
You tell Cantarella about the conversation you had with Cartethyia.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Fisalias revere Imperator as our one true divinity, and yet here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Oh? No, let's stay to my actual name.
Then I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
Sure, we have a deal. You hand Cantarella Turbine. She stares at the sword for a moment before shaking her head. Turbine can only serve its purpose while...
Can only serve its purpose while in your hands.
I need to shut up.
You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cartethyia and Imperator's Sonorosphere.
Does that mean I have to give it back?
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cartethyia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere?
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Fisalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Why do the Fisalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonorosphere?
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Fisalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
Okay. How old is she if she's been doing all this stuff? Oh.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Changli.
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Fisalias have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Fisalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber with a poison of their own making.
So they have to kill their
My
predecessor?
succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation.
Cool, cool. They're doing some really good world building with this
Outside,
patch.
They call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Fisalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
And yet she's somehow a healer.
We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Ooh.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the sonorosphere itself? Shh. Silence.
Didn't think there would be Gulpuffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few for me?
I'd better not ask what she plans to do with them.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when belief burned brighter than ever.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartethyia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide.
I'm curious how old
I
she is then.
sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself for now. For the Threnodian knows where the heart is weakest, and it is there it strikes the hardest. Of course, it's never too late to place your trust when the evidence is clear. But now is not the time, is it?
Yeah, I feel like we still have a lot to learn.
Who will sink into the depths with me? Sleep in the whispers of sirens.
Okay, Mary Poppins.
Sink into the endless deep. Call from the abyss.
I would listen to her do an ASMR stream.
Silence. Luck does seem to favor you.
Whoa.
The gateway into the sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a blessed maiden?
I guess me.
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels. It's a shame they all refused. Luckily, you've brought me a new hope.
Let's see what we can do. Wait a minute. Was that the same sword? But it had like a different pommel. Oh hey, we made it. I guess we just got teleported inside.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Cartethyia, and you are?
Cantarella Fisalia.
Oh, a Fisalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers.
Can you backseat about something because you didn't do it in your playthrough? Sure. You want to see like a different outcome or different dialogue?
This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cook pizza classica and or tropical. Okay. Are we gonna have a food montage?
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Oh, so maybe Cartethyia really is the resonator for the Sentinel.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear.
Oh?
If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Thermodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Oh, he's such an optimist.
Huh?
things are more complicated than you expected.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia.
That lines up with our vision. Remember, we saw swords with like different pommels. Do you remember 3 pedestals as well?
Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartethyia would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family.
Uh-oh. She gonna attack?
I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
So, how do we get up there?
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I've been waiting to get into the sky.
What you said to Cartethyia back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
I just heard vague threats. I guess threats would kind of work on most people. Alright, here we go. It's a rocket! What?
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Why is this place upside down?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Them?
tacit discords, the Dark Tide, and these ruins themselves.
So wait, are they like being held up by some giant invisible force?
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone.
Via what?
It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Alright, and I get the sword back. Oh man. The winds of the past unlocked. Aw. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear, I completely forgot about this.
Can we make room for one more?
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid phone would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
He looked distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid, but not of the answer. I fear never finding one at all.
I mean, this wouldn't be the worst place to be trapped for, what, 20 years?
We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Oh! Ah! Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Whoa, what the? Why was her vision like that?
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark.
Okay, so we just gotta cleanse the purple stuff. Got it. Somehow.
To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further.
Yeah, do you want to get Abby killed, you jerk?
More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me.
Hmm.
Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Her powers looked very, I don't know, water-based. So maybe she really is Leviathan's resonator. Vines formed from remnants of the Dark Tide entangle the hovering statues. Use Cartethyia's abilities to purify the statues. Purify nearby statues to clean the corruption on connected statues. The vines block Fam's path forward. Locate and use remnant sparks to clear the way. Okay. Too bad we can't actually play as her. Spark throw. Throw the remnant spark at the vines to purify them. Okay, it's just like the mechanic from the base game, with a new twist. Oh. Messed it up. There we go.
The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way to clear the path.
Tonight, all the riddles are solved. Behold, the elixir of resurrection.
Excuse me, who's saying that?
Shh.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
You are back.
Use the gravity calibrator to change the gravity direction, enabling access to unreachable areas. Oh. Press the direction indicator along the wheel to change the gravity. The yellow indicator shows the direction guided by Cartethyia. The gravity calibrator will emit different colored lights based on the direction of the gravity. It will glow blue when aligned with normal, yellow when inverted, and green when oriented sideways. Nice and color-coded. I like that. Whee!
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Neato. Oh, is it time for some actual fighting?
Leave it to me. I sense your weakness. No hesitation. Strike from the shadows.
Need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Oh, okay, so it's timed. I'm going.
Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Back to normal gravity. Oh. Whee! Okay, so the little swirlies are basically teleportation spots.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped a lot. Don't worry about that for now.
Thanks to Fame's awesome sailing ability, you can ride up waterfalls to reach areas with different gravity orientations.
Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Oh. And now we're upside down.
Cherish every gain.
I do hope we get the option to fly around as well.
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
That's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too.
Okay. So they turn the dark tide into the light tide?
Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
Alright, so we're gonna flip and look around for some kind of machine.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Looks more like a statue to
Leave
me.
it to me. The end has come.
This should do the trick.
No hesitation.
Oh, there's more.
Strike from the shadows.
New enemies. Sacerdos can form a link with allied enemies. When linked enemies take damage, a wind field is generated that repels nearby resonators. The wind field has a delay between triggers. The same enemy cannot be linked by multiple Sacerdos. Okay, there's another enemy that creates those wind fields, and I hate those things. So I hope it's not too annoying.
The hour is upon us.
I think I broke it. Oh, she's doing the mega suck.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark.
Alright, and moving on.
Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
Right, and there's 3 towers. We're barely getting to the first one. So it seems like we still have a long way to go.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all?
I mean, kind of.
I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
Yep, we'll have to kill you.
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that, I'll still remember the girl who cared enough to worry about me.
should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, phone.
It doesn't take long for Cartethyia to return and the three of you to regroup.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured?
Good as new.
You're not hiding anything from me, are you?
No.
Your
I can heal myself.
rather concerning.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
Oh, nice. Oh no, platforming. My biggest weakness. Entering the Door of Unity transports you to a new area and changes the direction of gravity. Oh. The achievement. Where the F am I? That is exactly what I was thinking, though.
There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
Well, I'm ready for whatever. Oh, that was very unceremonious.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity.
It's her. Forged from primordial seas.
Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One, will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden Fleur-de-lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
What? What's happening? I'm glowing.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion.
What frequency, Abby?
I should ask you that. What did you do just now, huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal had something to do with it?
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big gigantor back in Jinjo.
Jue?
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
Oh yeah, but the sword has the Sentinel's powers. Weren't you listening, Abby? God.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden.
I guess that'll just have to be me now.
The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cartethyia, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order, and the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
You saw the coronation too?
Huh?
I saw a thing.
But I didn't see the dark tide.
Maybe if we put the sword in the other tower, we'll get to see the rest of it.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
We can take time to think about the clues. Food is here, perfect timing.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well. Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Yay! Alright, it is time for an intermission because it is dinner time. So I think we'll have to continue this at a later point, but I'm very intrigued by the story so far. They really stepped it up a notch since, you know, the early stages of this game. Also, of course, the visuals are great. I love it. I want more. Yeah, good for them. Okay, so we'll stop here.